10,000 subscribers. Honestly, guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for this milestone. I was going to do something special and record myself reacting to it. I set it up and everything, and then I fell asleep. Work got hard that day, as work's going to be hard for Simeone this season. Leeds United will be in Europe. I had no idea myself last time out, but they wanted to reach the Europa League semi-finals. We are in the, I like to call it the Orange Europa League. Not the conference or the first one, but it is the better Europa. Want us to finish in a spot again and reach an FA Cup quarter-final. Cheeky from the board, as I'm within 3 seasons, increase the stuff, win and sign a young player. Got a lot of young players back. No youth development, however. Must think the academy's already worked. We'll keep on going with the approach we've had, though, as we've got £60 million in the bank. That's to improve this team that we see on screen. We have lost Weston McKennie as well. We did see he cost around 34 million if we wanted to get him back, but look how big this squad is. So many players. I've loan listed some, but some have come back useful. The likes of Radu, could he be used in this future? Diego Llorente was out of favour with Marsch, and Joe Gelhardt could be of use. Greenwood, Cresswell, Cody Drammer, all cover good youngsters as well. Bogus, Jamie Shackleton, even Pervader and Tyler Roberts held a cost to some high-rated players returning back to the club. Very excited going into this season, as I feel like defence is where we strengthen. An offer straight in for Helder Costa from West Ham. We'll accept that without even thinking of anything. Not good enough for Leeds United. And we also get an offer in for one of our starting centre-backs we brought in, Kevin Danso. Kenny does not leave Leeds United. I love it. Now we're in the Europa League, we have some strength in keeping players. Not to mention, with all our good wingers, we add Dan James. Could Diego get the best out of the pace merchant? As Helder Costa is just one of them wingers that we've got straight out of the club. Goodbye. And I believe we have 2 main targets here. Weston McKennie trying to get him back to the club, and Unai Vencedor, who should be considerably cheaper. I'll start by attempting to get the Spaniard. Seeing if we can agree on a bid. They want Joe Gelhardt in that deal. Just know as they do agree on the 12.5 million. Now to Weston McKennie. It's a large demand of 34.7 plus a sell-on clause for Weston. Difficult to actually manoeuvre. 33 will be agreed upon, but at what cost? I do want other players to add to this squad, including probably another highly rated player. So I believe Unai's the sensible option. He'll take a rotational, take a 4-year contract. We can get some other good players in. If he agrees to a wage, which he does, Unai Vencedor joins up with an excellent Ligue manager in the Prem. Very positive with that signing. He's gonna grow to be a powerhouse. And Weston McKennie's getting back to us saying, please sign me, please sign me. No, not for now anyway. I just really can't make my mind up on you. And I do delegate, and he agrees on 76 million, but it's an important squad role. He'll be pushing them players in the team. We've already got Mark Rocker and Vencedor. Weston McKennie, you will be remembered for the goals against City, but you're not coming back. For reference, that was 30k more, 34k more than Patrick Bamford. That's a whole wage we could have put into a different player. Speaking of, we've got a lot of contracts running out this season, which I don't like the look of. We'll sign a couple up, including Jack Harrison and club captain Liam Cooper. As Jack Harrison agrees to the same wage on a 2 extra year deal. And I really wanted to keep Liam Cooper the club captain here for some stability. He takes a wage decrease. He loves Leeds United that much. He'll agree to be on the bench as a rotational as well. A Mark Noble-esque figure. I want to see him play in Europe just a couple of times. As we are going to let one of the youngsters go though. Jack Jenkins never really turned out to be anything. 21 years of age. He'll go to Sepsi. Same with Stuart McKinstry. He's got a bit too old, so he will be going to Cincinnati for Major League Soccer. Ooh, and a Strike offer. You know, I like to consider offers for Pascal Strike, but he's proved me wrong over the previous couple of games. I think in real life he's a bit shaky, but we're going to try and keep him here at Leeds United and build him into this squad. We should be touching base with some Prem games today after a bit of business. It starts with Everton. We go and play at Ellen Road for the first game for once. We were away so much last season at the start, with Newcastle after, Southampton, and then deadline day. As pre-season's going okay, a draw against Real Sociedad, which will be one of our fellow European playing teams. One thing I didn't check at the end of last episode is who'd got into the cups with us. Really wish I would have done that. One player that we will be losing from the first team is Junior Firpo. Bologna have met his release clause, so 12 million for the Spaniard. He never really started. He's even said he don't see his future here. Good luck to you, Junior. And what a game it seemed against Villarreal, with Gnoto getting 2, Sam Greenwood on the score sheet, and Real Sociedad want Diego Llorente. Now, I'm sure he was there before. And after a little bit of thinking, I think if we do get a bit more money for him, say 5 million, we'll let him go back to Spain. That's another plane going to Spain. Is Mateus Bogos. I tell you what, we have a very, very busy transfer window. Now, I just wanted to check the competitions to see if we had to play a knockout round. And look at this. In the qualifying round is PSG and Ajax. That's for the Champions League. Is in the Europa League. We are not in a playoff round. Good news. There's a big offer coming in for Iliam Mesle, Hudson Edouard, plus a little bit of money from Crystal Palace. It's decent, but Vieira won't get his man. And this squad just picked up a win against Hoffenheim, proving that our youngsters can do it. As Firpo is sold, that's one less player at the club. It's really hard to pick a first team as well. Sonny Perkins, that's a decent place for him to go. Is Norwich City for the year. They're actually in the Premier League, along with Stoke. Good to have Stoke back, and Watford. And it's safe to say, this academy is doing very well. Josep Corona looks like a player that could be promoted, but we've literally got no space in the inn. Trying to put my team together as Liverpool have come in with a bid for Cameron Butcher. Said I'd accept 50 million last time. It's 80. 80 you spend, you get, as 120 will be the highest price tag. As we've lost Diego Llorente finally, he goes to Wolfsburg. Wanted their own butcherers. We're getting closer now towards this first game of the season. We actually got rejected by Norwich City, did Sonny Perkins. I hope LAFC takes him. As Wilfred Gnoto wanted by Aston Villa, that is not a player we can be letting go of. We love little Willy Gnotto. Sheffield United want Darko Giabi, and we want some of these players to leave the club. Look how many. That is way too much. As Tyler Roberts is first to jump out the club as well. He is going to Rayo Vallecano for 3 million. The Welshman's been here a bit, but we've got no room for him in this squad. Ooh, as Rutter doesn't want to be on the bench for the first game of the season. I've got to say it's a team game. Got to play Bamford. He was top scorer last season, as Rutter is a rotational. You have to accept your role, as this is the team that we are going to start with. It looks very strong. Still, it could be stronger. I know the question everyone's asking. Max, where is Luis Sinisterra? He's right there in the reserves. He's not had a good preseason. He will not be in the first team. You've got to play well in preseason to get in there. The likes of Greenwood. He's played well in preseason, and he may get a chance off the bench at Ellen Road. And there's Sean Dyche. He's already arrived at Everton. Arrived right here. I mean, it's a good job he's arrived. It'd be a bit weird if the manager didn't turn up. Certainly hoping that these Leeds fans can have a season to remember. Like last year, Struijk is in that defence with Kenny Danzo starting. And yes, I've gone with Somerville and Harrison, as the sun shining on their kit's a bit deceiving. That's a bad tackle, and it's led straight to the Toffees. Good job he's offside. If we could replicate Brentford from last season, that would be divine. We did it away at the G-Tech, as that's a ball slipped in. Straight onto Mark Roca. We've kept the ball through that little gap. Bamford looking for one himself and testing Pickford. Great chance as now Jack Harrison to whip a ball in. Oh, I thought Struijk was underneath that. Still a little fall to Tyler Adams. He's on his own as the American now. Very close as now as Christiansen's on it again. That is a ball around the corner. Into Patrick Bamford. Now on to Crescencio Somerville. That's a ball in the middle. It might just fall for Miranda, and it does. Intercepted. Cameron Butcher to run away with this ball here. He needs to keep on going, and he's been gifted the space. Can he just utilise it? Try and get past the defender. Surely a free kick! How was nothing given? As of course I think they have a free kick. Jude Bellingham has gone to Newcastle United. That is a very good signing. I know they do have the money, but just to see it with my own eyes is amazing. As a ball around the corner, we don't get a foul again. This referee is being paid. Do eventually get the ball away. They want a Cameron Butcher on the charge. Patrick Bamford running forward. It's a good ball through from the Butcherer. Straight on to Patrick. I'm going to go the same way. Left-footed, down low, off the post and in. Patrick Bamford's up and running for this year. Rutter on the bench has to play. But the main man, Patrick Bamford. What a goal it was. Off the post and in. As sweet as a nut. Love it. Can the Whites get an even bigger European tour this season? It's a good start to it. And Somerville into Bamford again, going for a shot. Everton on the back foot. Short corner as well into Somerville, who is our number 10. That's going to go short into now Kenny Danzo, the centre-back, trying to get closer. It's Butcher again. Look at the footwork on this play. The technical ability is unreal. Into Bamford. Need to try and switch it across again. We do. Adams with a tame one. And let's see this out till half-time. Still a chance. Andros Townsend. Where's he been for quite a bit? That's a decent shot. It's rolling in. And Kenny Danzo has to get it off the line. Half-time. But Everton almost stole something to go into half-time with. Lads, we've just been let off. Let's step these levels up a little bit more. Rasmus Christiansen down this line. He's been very decent at crossing last season. Doesn't go for one there. Mark Rocker. That is his problem at the moment. All his shots are just P-rollers. Can we just get someone who can strike a ball? As it's a pass around the corner straight into Miranda. Miranda goes short into Bamford again. That might... Oh... Hits the post and stays out this time. A bit closer as this is a very decent run from their man through the middle. Moise Keane! What a save from Milan Meslier. That's 2 let-offs now. Their shooting's a lot better than ours. Come on, let's cause something, Somerville. That's through the middle. That's a run around us from Rasmus Christiansen! The big Dane, who I thought would be replaced at one point, but not anymore. Our right back joins in this fun. That should be us winning now. Oh, opening day delight. And a bit controversial, but a triple substitution will give Greenwood the chance. And a debut for Unai Vencedor. Even Willy Gnoto coming on. Using the squad is everything as Christiansen. Everyone's gone forward. We're shifting pace really quickly. That's through to Sam Greenwood on a turn. Looking lively. Just love listening to the All Love Leeds song just ringing around this stadium. Shows the fans are very happy. It's not been convincing, but it's still good enough as that's Wober onto the field now. And a chance to whip this ball in towards Rutter, who's joined him. Shot on. What a save. Rutter on a turn. And he's opened his account. The other striker off the bench. What a fantastic game as Unai Vencedor. He's running through, trying to get that pass through. It's just not clicked. And that is it. What a win. 3-0, 3 different goal scorers, and 2 being strikers. Good performance, got a debut, and Sonny Perkins has gone out on loan. Brilliant. Still no news on this Europa League, though, as that's another player going out. Who is that? Oh, that is Sonny Perkins. Didn't have a tash in that picture as an offer we can just reject without even talking about it. Definitely. Considering blocking offers for him, as Lewis Bates speaking about game time, he will not get played straight onto it. And another bid in for Kenny Danzo. This time Arsenal. It's a big team offering money, so pay 24 million and you've got yourself a deal. Can run and find another centre-back, but he doesn't leave. It just shows you that clubs aren't willing to actually splash the cash on Leeds players. And on to the Geordies with Jude Bellingham in their belt as we second in the league, only behind 2 Leicester who have played a game extra. I think Bamford still stays in the team over Rutter, but before we go into this game, I do want to check the finances and see if we could spend. Financially, we have 70 million. Still enough for Simeone to do damage. We need to sign that young player, and I'm going to see if anyone else does leave before we bring one in. Strike even going up a rating. Excited for this future, but before any of that, the future is now. St. James's Park for the Geordies. There's the crowd. They're all out here just to say, hey Jude. He's in their lineup. Back into this kit as... Is that Jude Bellingham with a bad tackle on Butcher straight away? Our man staying down in the centre of the field. It was rough. It's going to be a yellow card for Jude. What a start. Yamara's trying to make him feel better, but I don't care. We'll get on with this really quickly. In the camo kit. Get that pass inside. One more on. Oh, close. Close. There's a shot coming in. Goal. Miguel Myron scores. That's the first goal. No, it's not. It's Bruno. He's hit a ball very sweetly right there. Miggy's the first one over. And we are losing at St. James's Park. One up north to go behind first. Look at that. What a strike it is. Technique on that to get it round Christiansen and just bamboozle Meslier. Great strike because we've got the ball again though. Mark Rocker. Rocker's just been allowed to dribble though that one. Straight through into Bamford. That's a nice turn from Bamford, you know. He tried that. Close. There's now the ball again. Into Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison got an option in front of him. He went for goal. If I was Butcher, I'd be screaming at him. Still, the goal kick's not good. Nick Pope's having a shocker. Butcher, he's got the footwork to get it through right there, but Bamford don't have the pass. Just not getting there so far. Hang on, that's a good ball though. Should be a goal. Patrick Bamford. Bamford scores. The Leeds fans will be at the other side of the field, won't they? Can't really celebrate towards them. Just in front of the Geordies for a level game. And that's level terms as Bamford slipped through behind again. Newcastle are going down a little bit here to the mighty Leeds United. Butcher on the stretch. Now that's Nick Pope, I know. Such a better save as, oh, he's gone straight into Isak. He's running passes with ease. Oh, and Isak with that finish. I am outraged with that counter-attack. Absolutely outraged. Need to quieten down this Jordi Ruckus now. Come on, get the ball, Rasmus, and run with it. Pull that back. He could be on 2 goals now if he would have dribbled that in, but he gives it to Adams. Absolutely no luck for the Whites, or would be White if not in the camo. We just absolutely getting pummeled by Newcastle. We can't get really a clear shot off. Not as good as we were against Everton. Ball in the middle. Meslier, that is why we have you. Was his first save as that's another ball in the box, and Meslier came. Did not claim anything. Just get it, Hoof. Why are you falling on the floor, Somerville? It's not had a great first half, and the Geordies could have another. We need to clear it, Miranda. He doesn't, and Meslier out of danger. Some poor choices by a few players. Headed away, not comfortably, though, and they're playing it around as the whistle's gone whilst they're on the edge of the box. Newcastle 2, Leeds 1. Something needs addressing. Bit more width. Maybe that's how we beat these. Somerville has to be better in this first half. A shocking one, as that's good passing from them still as well. It's 3. It's 3. That one's got to be Miggy, hasn't it? It's got to be the Paraguayan. I can't really make it out from here. It is. Do we make sub straight away? Because I can just see Simeone fuming on the touchline. We'll change it up. We have Sinisterra on the bench and Rutter this game. I put Sinisterra on. I just had maybe a feeling that the Geordies could cause something if Butcher could get one back. Butcher needs to find that ball through as well, and Somerville is the one to come off, but he's still on the field for now. Could he have an impact before he does? He's kept the ball in the air. That's down into Bamford now. Somerville gets back on this. Crescencio. Good movement. And a goal! He scores! And he's coming off the field. I am not going to change my mind, even though the Dutchman scores. Or do I? Maybe I do. I'm going to switch Sinister onto this side. Somerville stays on now. He's got a goal. He was so close to going off. And, of course, that is what we'll go with. Need to get it down this other side of the field as Somerville again. Has he just woken up? Had Weetabix at half-time? I don't know. For once, it's not been like an individual error kind of game. It's just been they've been very decent. That's into Butcher if he's onside. He's not. And we're getting caught on counter-attack after counter-attack. That is a really good pass. And that is a second for Almiron. There's no comeback happening. The Geordies, Newcastle, are going to walk away with this. Greenwood carrying the ball down the wing. He's been good since he's come back off loan. That's into Rutter. That's into Somerville. Can't even pass it to anyone. He's gone back poor now. Rutter just tripped a little bit. Nothing given. And it should be full time. It is. Beaten away from home by Newcastle. We just weren't good enough defensively. Dropped down to 6th. And it's got me thinking, is Kenny Danzo's mind on a move away from the club? He in particular was a little bit shaky, and I feel like after every bad result this squad's going to jump on his back with how large it is. Players are going to want to play, so I want to shift some out, including Lewis Bate. I think I could get a bit more money out of them. Getafe, even after Pascal Struijk, and Ian Poveda wanted by Rangers. You know what? I think it's a good home for him. I've got no plans to use him. Almost at the Saints and we've got money, but matches rescheduled. You know what that means. The group is Stade Rennais, KRC Genk, and FCSB. You know what? I actually don't think that's really easy. I think that's going to be a bit of a maybe troublesome one along with the league. Of course, Stade Rennais produced some brilliant players, including Leeds Folklore, Rafinha. Other teams in this competition, Milan, Lyon, Chelsea, teams that I've managed before, Juventus. Might see Weston McKennie again if we get through. Arsenal, still scouting players. So we're going to get a bid in for anyone before Southampton? We don't. We still have a little bit of the window left, I'm pretty sure. Yes, a week after the Saints. Followed up by Tottenham. Then we go straight into the big things. The big derby. Of course, the Europa League and the Carabao. Entering the 4th round now as players on international duty. And this squad will be utilised. We'll get over to it straight away. It's brilliant. All these players will be playing well, hopefully. Anyway, we've really got to learn to balance them as well. So let's go for this season.